Hello friends and welcome. It feels like it's been a really long time since I've tried several new drugstore products, so today I'm really excited to dive into some products that look really interesting and intriguing. One of these products has been out a while longer and has gotten some rave reviews, but the others are pretty darn new, so I have no idea what to expect. However, they do look interesting. They're from two drugstore brands that I've rarely tried, so this will be fun. If this is your first time stopping by this channel, welcome. My name is Elise, and as a working professional makeup artist who's passionate about helping those of us over 50 look our best, I love sharing makeup tips, techniques, and product ideas that can make the biggest difference for us now. And from time to time, we also talk a little fashion and health and wellness. So if this content sounds like a fit for your interests, I hope you'll subscribe before you leave today and join our really wonderful family here. The products that I'll share with you today include a new eyebrow product from the drugstore brand NYX, which is their Zero to Brow Longwear Brow Gel. As you can see, it has a very thin applicator, and on the other end is a spoolie. We'll also take a look at one of the 5 NYX Ultimate eyeshadow palettes called Vintage Jean Baby that has a color story that I absolutely love. And in addition to this eyeshadow palette, there are also 3 others in this collection that I'll show you in just a few moments. The third product is NYX's Jumbo Multi-Use Face Sticks. These come in 6 colors, and I have vanilla ice cream and blueberry muffin. As you can see, they definitely are jumbo, and let me swatch the colors for you. Vanilla ice cream is on the top, and blueberry muffin is underneath it. I also have 3 different blush shades from the brand Hard Candy. Popstar, which is a light lavender, Who Is She, which is a neutral medium pink, and also Born Yesterday, which is a bubblegum pink. Let me go ahead and swatch these for you. The top color is Who Is She, next is Born Yesterday, and the light lavender is Popstar. Let's first try the NYX Zero to Brow Longwear Brow Gel. Now, I have especially high hopes for this product because NYX has a great track record when it comes to brow products. I especially love their very thin micro brow pencil and their Lift and Snatch brow pen. The Lift and Snatch brow pen isn't just the best drugstore brow pen, it's just the best brow pen, period. It far surpasses many high-end products of this type. In this new Zero to Brow Longwear Brow Gel I'll be trying, I have the shade Ash Brown. But it also comes in 6 other colors: Ash Blonde, Taupe, Auburn, Chocolate, Espresso, and Black. This brow gel is described as transfer resistant and having up to a 2-day wear time. The applicator, as you saw, is a very precise doe foot, and it is necessary to allow the gel to dry for 60 seconds before touching it. All right, let's give it a try. First, I'll use a spoolie, which is on the other end, to brush up my brow hairs, and then we'll get to the gel. I seem to have fewer and fewer brow hairs to brush up as the days go by. So I'm a little nervous about this brow gel. I'm going to start, oh, this is pretty dark. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let me blend it in with the spoolie. That will help. This is definitely a deep ash brown color. But I like how it's blending out, actually. I'll just put a little bit more. I may be asking for trouble, but let's give it a go. I do like this precise applicator. I did dip back into it, but I do think it's important to pull a little bit off the sides because otherwise it may get too intense. This does take getting a little bit used to, but it does a good job. you definitely just want to be careful on how much you apply initially. Now let's take a look at the NYX eyeshadow palette. I'm an absolute sucker for blue shades because they especially complement brown eyes, and there are some wonderfully unusual shades of blue in this particular palette. Let's take a look. There's also a white matte and a white shimmer, as well as a deep blue, which is almost black, and 4 other neutral mid-tone shades. In addition, a deep brown and a warm pink tinge neutral mid-tone color. There are 12 mattes and 5 shimmers and metallics. And I really love the fact that NYX included light, mid-tone, and deep shades in this palette, since that makes it far easier to create a variety of really wearable looks. Before I create an eye look, let's go ahead and swatch all of these shades. So this is the top row, and this white shade actually looks more like a very light pink shimmer. Now there are no names for these colors, they're simply numbered on the back of the palette. And here are the next 4. And here are the entire last 2 rows. The other palettes in this line are Paradise Shock, which has what are described as electric tropic colors. I Know That's Bright, which not surprisingly has bright shades, and a Warm Neutrals palette as well. Now let's put this vintage Jean Baby eyeshadow palette to the test. I'm going to start off by combining 2 colors in the top row, the ones on the far right. One has a bit of a pinkish tinge, and the other one is pretty much one that matches my skin tone. These aren't real highly pigmented, which can be a good thing if you prefer a softer look or if you just find it easier to work with colors that aren't really terribly pigmented. As you can see, this is close to my skin tone, but that pink adds just a little bit of touch of color that I like. And they are blending really easily. And now, oh boy. Wow. This is the matte white, and it is really an optic white. And as you can see, I did get some fallout, which I'll have to clean up. But wow, that is a shockingly bright white, I have to say. I'm going to have to tone that down just a little bit. And to tone it down, I'm just going to use that beige color right next door to the white, and that's the one I mixed with the pink for the crease area. Okay, so I would not recommend going just straight in and using that white. It's a great color to mix with other colors, but I'm going to have to just tone it down quite a bit here. No, have I toned it down enough? I'm going to have to give it one more go. I think I'm going to go next to this color in the crease area, the outer part of the crease and the outer part of the lid. And then I may just use a touch of this very deep blue here. As you can see, this is a pretty soft color, which is really nice. Bit of a blue-toned lavender. And bring it up into the crease as well. Mixes nicely with that bit of pink that I had in the crease. And I need to do some blending. And I'm going to deepen it up with this darkest color here. Ooh, yeah. That's definitely going to deepen it up. Pretty colors in this palette, I have to say. I really love the color combinations. And let me do some more blending. And get one more clean blending brush. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of this deepest blue color and put it right along the edge of my lash line. So I'm wondering if any of you saw the Barbie movie. I know it was a while ago, but I filmed these videos quite a bit in advance, so we just saw it. My daughter was here, and she had seen it before, but really enjoyed it and thought we would like it as well. And we thought it was really well made, especially the fact that they were combining so many different elements, humor and a little bit of feminism, as well as some nostalgia with some of the Barbies of the past. And we thought Margot Robbie did a really, really good job. But the best part for me was that my daughter and I just shared a lot of memories of her Barbie collection. I was a little bit too old for dolls when Barbie came out, but certainly got to enjoy them when my youngest daughter was playing with dolls. And she had a Barbie Jeep and a blue convertible car, and her older sister had found actually a Barbie house at a garage sale, so she enjoyed that. And when we got back from the movie, my daughter went out to the garage and pulled out some Barbie paper dolls that she'd had as a youngster. And we enjoyed looking at those together and recalling some shared memories. And she still has one Barbie doll left. It's one of those Barbie dolls they used to come out with at the turn of the year. They always had fancy sort of New Year's Eve dresses on. And I have one Barbie that I've kept all these years that I absolutely love. Let me share it with you because I keep it here in my YouTube studio. And one other thing that my daughter and I loved was looking at this book called Barbie Exclusively for Timeless Creations, 1986 to 1996, which had some beautiful Barbie costumes from all different years. And these were ones created by Bob Mackie, who used to design for Cher. These were so incredibly elaborate and interesting. And I imagine you'll recognize this one as well, which was a My Fair Lady Barbie. And here's Professor Higgins. And of course, they had to have a Barbie in a beautiful ball gown as well. And we especially used to love walking up and down the aisles at Toys R Us, looking at all the new Barbies for the year. And I have to admit that sometimes I'd sneak back there just by myself and take a look at them. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts were if you saw the movie. Well, let's get back to makeup. So I did get a little bit of fallout as I was applying that color underneath my eyes. So let me clean that up. I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyeliner and mascara off camera, and I'll be right back. I'm really excited to try out this hard candy blush since I've heard reviewers I trust speak really highly of it. It has a really interesting doe foot applicator, which I think is a pretty innovative concept for a blush. On one side of my face, I'll go with the shade Born Yesterday, which is that bubblegum pink shade. And then I might also add some of the stronger pink neutral shade called Who Is She on top of it. On the other side, I'm going to apply the light lavender hard candy shade Pop Star, and then apply the Blueberry Muffin NYX Jumbo Multi-Use Face Stick over it. We're going to be doing some experimenting. So this is, as you can see, the bubblegum pink color, and I'm just going to dot it in with my fingers. And I'm also just going to try a brush with it, and that softens it out. That applies really easily. And I like the precise application that doe foot applicator gives. I'm going to add a little bit more just so you can see the color a little bit better. So that's really a nice cool pink, and now I'm going to add the deeper pink over it, and we'll see what we get. You can see that's quite a bit darker, but it blends out easily. It's really nice to combine those two colors, actually. I like that. And then here's that very light lavender Pop Star color, which I think is really pretty, but it is extremely light. So I'm really not seeing much on my face. It's so light, I'm going to add another coat and see if we can layer it a bit so it shows up a little bit better. You definitely wouldn't want to apply this with a sponge because it would entirely disappear. Really pretty color, but it just doesn't show up much, I'm afraid, at least not on my skin tone. So let's try this NYX Jumbo Stick and Blueberry Muffin over it and see what happens. Now that has quite a bit of a pearlescent quality to it, so it sort of acts as a blush and a highlighter. Oh, I really like that. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit on this side as well. And just to even them out, we'll try a little bit of this too. And I just want to go over the edges with a brush that has nothing on it. Okay, this is the light lavender Pop Star color from the Hard Candy Blush combined with the Jumbo Stick and Blueberry Muffin. This side has just about everything on it. The two pink colors plus the lavender colors. For highlighter, I'll use the NYX Jumbo Multi-Use Face Stick in Vanilla Ice Cream. And I'm going to put that on the top of my cheekbones and in my Cupid's bow area. Now I already have some highlight here because of using the blueberry muffin color, but just for the fun of it, we'll add a little bit of this on both sides. And this definitely gives more glow. And we'll put it right here as well. Ooh, that really does give more glow, doesn't it? If you don't like a lot of glow, you probably don't want to go with this vanilla ice cream stick, but it really is pretty. Depends on what you're going to be doing. I probably wouldn't use this during the daytime, but for an evening event, I probably would. Besides these two colors that I have in this NYX Jumbo Highlighter, it also comes in 4 other colors, which are different intensities of gold and bronze shades. For lip liner, I'll use one of my L'Oreal Age Perfect lip liners, and on top of that, I'll apply an e.l.f. lipstick in Effortless and a Flower Beauty lipstick in the shade Dahlia Desire. The e.l.f. lipstick gives a little bit lighter base because the Dahlia Desire is a pretty strong and deep color. And for the final touch, I'm going to use my Vanilla Ice Cream Jumbo Stick as my lip gloss. I have no idea if this is going to work. It may be a disaster, but let's give it a go. Well, that definitely did lighten up my lipstick and also give more glow to my lips. So here's my final look. And here are my first impressions of the products that we tried out today. The NYX Zero to Brow Longwear Brow Gel provides really nice color. It's pretty saturated gel, but I do suggest just applying a little bit at first and then blending in with a spoolie and gradually building up. But I do think it produced a nice natural look, and it did cover up my white and gray brow hairs, and that's saying something. I think it does take a little getting used to the applicator because it's so thin. But if you again apply just a little bit, blend it in, and then keep applying, I think you'll be in good shape with this product. The NYX Ultimate Vintage Jean Baby Eyeshadow Palette, I have to honestly say, I was really not expecting it to perform this well. It really doesn't have a great deal of fallout. It does have a little, it's a little bit powdery, but the colors are beautifully soft and blendable. And it's great if you don't like strong pigmentation. It's really great because you really can't make a mistake with colors that are this soft and blendable. So if you like this color story, I think this would be a marvelous palette to invest in. And there are a lot of different looks you can get with it because of the various shades of blue and the neutral colors. And you may also want to take a look at some of the other NYX Ultimate eyeshadow palettes that I mentioned earlier. The Hard Candy Face Off Blush, Born Yesterday, was really a beautiful color. That is the light bubblegum pink. And if you love cool pink shades, this is a beautiful one. Who Is She is that deeper pink color, and then Pop Star is the light lavender. And with the light lavender Pop Star color, you really have to layer it to get any kind of color depth to it. But it can work beautifully mixing it with some of the other colors. And I really did like mixing it with the Jumbo Stick from NYX. It's really an easy to apply applicator, and you can really blend it in easily with either a brush, your fingers, or if you want to get an even sheerer look, of course, with a sponge. Now, I definitely don't know how long wearing it is, and that's something I'll definitely have to check out and try it a few more times. I really like the concept of the Jumbo Multi-Use Face Sticks from NYX. The Blueberry Muffin, I think, is just a gorgeous shade, and the Vanilla Ice works beautifully as a standalone highlighter or to mix in with some of the other colors to lighten them up. And of course, it is multi-use, so you can use it not only on the cheeks for highlighter, but you could also use it above the eyebrows. You could use it, if you like to, under this part of the arch of the eyebrow. That can work beautifully. If you're okay with a little bit of a pearlescent look there. I know some people prefer matte, but that can look gorgeous there. And of course, we used it above the Cupid's bow as well. So a lot of different ways you can use these multi-use face sticks from NYX. And I really did like using the vanilla ice cream color as a way to lighten up my lipstick and also to give it a little bit of a glow pearlescent look. So these really can be fun to use, and I definitely would recommend them as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of these NYX and hard candy products that I tried today, and also your thoughts on the Barbie movie if you saw it. Until next Thursday, I wish you good health and happiness, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.